Ciao, this is Rami. It's a Saturday, it's a weekend, so how is everyone doing? Sometimes someone needs to ask you just, are you okay? Are you happy? Are you healthy? Did you eat well? Do you want to eat something? Should we eat together? Well, this is all kind of words that makes you happy, that makes someone happy. Sometimes this kind of word you don't hear at all because not everyone have a good friends to say that. Sometimes everyone is lost somewhere, maybe in their own world. Right, so what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna read some of the phrases from the book Happiness is a State of Mind. So this will be the part 2. I'm gonna read that and then maybe I'm gonna sing something because sometimes you just need fun. As I'm speaking about the happiness, maybe the things I'm doing will make me happy, so I do the things. I'm not really good at making videos, but I try to because maybe, this is a happiness. Maybe happiness lies in the things that I do. So should we start my part 2? So the title will be today, Happiness is Your Nature. Should we start? Let's go! Right, so I'm going to read some of the phrases from part 2. So the title is Happiness is Your Nature. Okay, nature never did betray the heart that loved her. Creating happiness is not like following a cookie recipe. When people say things like be positive, this is just placing another expectation or pressure on you. Right. When people say be positive, will that help you? This is a question because it doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for me, at least. So I have talked with my friend once about these things, like when people say, oh, I'm there for you if you need me. This is kind of like showing that you are there, but you are actually not there, which means I really don't like this kind of word, because if you are going through something and then if you say that you are there, it's a word that is comforting, but you are actually not there. So for me, I really don't like this kind of words. So if someone says me like this, I tell them like, please don't. So when people say be positive, if you are not convincing yourself to be positive, you can't be positive. The one who is suffering, that person knows that how you are going through. So just saying that be positive won't make everything okay, even though it's a comforting word. For some people it doesn't work at all. If it works, it's good, but I think creating happiness and to be positive, it has to be within yourself. Like you need to convince yourself to be positive. Unless you do that, it won't work. So if for some people, if it doesn't work, just try to convince yourself that you can do it and be positive. Right. But in fact, happiness is already there. And what you can get better at is realizing that it is there. At nurturing and nourishing it with your mind and then your actions, then happiness blossoms. The mind's natural state is one of clarity and luminosity, and so if you engage in the process of developing it, you will be able to see as you have never seen before. The true nature you were born with is quite beautiful and full of love. Happiness is your nature. You don't need to pursue it and you don't need to worry that someone else might take it away from you. You just need to realize it is right there in your heart always. Sometimes it just gets hidden away or covered over so you can see it, but it's still there whether the sun shines or the rain pours. Right. As it says that happiness is within you, it always has been there, which is true. Uh, in any situations, you will realize some points that happiness is like temporary, but it can come back again and again. That doesn't temporarily stays, but can be interesting sometimes, knowing that happiness is there for you always. Right. Some philosophers have described happiness as a fleeting moment, a sensation that can only come along once in a while. Otherwise, we wouldn't notice how much we like it. There you go. So happiness is a fleeting moment, means it keeps changing like a weather. If you have realized that sometimes when the weather is like a gloomy, sad, sunny, your mood can change, and it's a psychological thing because everything is happening, your nerves controls according to the situation it arises. Right, so in a way, this makes sense because we human beings are very talented at putting up obstacles between ourselves and happiness. This is so true. You are the reason of not being happy because you're overthinking, you are thinking that you can't do it, like all the negative things, that's the obstacles that you are creating within yourself. So much that we only catch the odd glimpse of it beneath the turbulent surface of our mind that are filled with thoughts rushing around. Worrying about life, worrying about what kind of person we are, what others think about us, and why other people are so difficult all the time. So this is all comes under overthinking. But we can practice opening up our hearts and minds and allowing these glimpses to become wider and infuse our daily lives more. Happiness is pleasure, of course, from eating a piece of chocolate to doing things like we never thought of possible. These are the fleeting moments of happiness. What we are really interested in, though, is developing a sustained sense of happiness from within. This happiness is our inspiration and motivations. It is our love, our empathy and compassion, our joyful effort, and our generosity. So, as it says that happiness can be doing something small things. Whatever you love, whatever you like to do, just do it. Happiness comes with the small things. All that we are in the result of what we have thought. It is founded on our thoughts and made of our thoughts. If a man speaks or acts with a good thought, happiness follows like him like a shadow that never leaves him. We often say that life is very rare and precious, so why do we let chances slip by? I advise my friends and students that they have to be smart, seizing every opportunity for self-improvement and not giving themselves excuses to turn them down. It is easy to fall into the habit of keeping so busy doing nonsense that you miss opportunities that are right in front of you. But I encourage you to grab them. I know it isn't always easy. Sometimes I have to remind myself of my own advice. But as you cultivate and take care of your mind, it will take care of you and your happiness in this life. Right. Sometimes we distract ourselves doing nonsense things that makes unhappy. I have realized that during my university time, I was stressed because of all the assignments, this and that, like due date and everything. On the top of that I forgot to take care of myself. And I had a friend who used to take care of herself and used to plan her routine and then do the daily activities, this and that. And looking at her, I used to feel like, oh, what the hell am I doing? Why can't I do like that? Why can't I make time for myself? So during that time, I was completely out of routine, not eating well, I guess, and not following the proper routine, and like staying late at night because I have to finish my dissertation or like my assignment, and waking up early, which is disturbing my sleep. That makes your body completely tired. So if you don't sleep well, if you don't eat well, that can be a stress, or that can lead to stress. Your body needs a proper rest and like free mind. So if there something, your mind can be distracted, and that's obstacles that you're creating within yourself. Sometimes it's nice to share with someone, or maybe with a friend, or sometimes can help like talking to a stranger. It can be anything. Anyway, your sense of happiness right now in this moment is of course fed by your life experiences, how your day is going, how you feel about the person you are and the path you are walking. But why not take this opportunity to turn things around? See that it is your happiness that can feed your life, how your day is going and who you are. Nurture your mind to loosen its grip on worries or fear, pressure to succeed, resentments or regrets, and instead look with love and generosity, embarrassing all the potential in uncertainty, letting others be themselves, finding your inspiration. Let go of the condition that you might have been placing on your happiness up to this point in your life. You don't need a reason to be happy. That's so true. You don't need a reason to be happy. Whether today is a challenging day or creative day or lazy day or a sad day, at its heart it can be a happy day. So yeah, this is the part 2 of the happiness, and I'm sure you got something that is related with you. It might be, or it can be tormenting for you, especially people who are going through something. It doesn't always happen what we think, what we wanted to do, so you need to work hard. Not everyone is born with a talent mind and creative mind, especially people like me. I'm not really talented at all, so I have to work hard. The thing I'm good at is that I have a commitment and dedication. If I want to do something, I really want to do that thing, and I just up for it. So I think it can be same for you. Sometimes you might be so dedicated that you really want to do something and you achieve it and you succeed. But never forget to take care of yourself.